Hello everybody, it is Detector unboxing time. It's been a little while since I've done a smoke detector unboxing, but here goes. This one actually, oh, I went the wrong way. This one was shipped pretty quickly. Trying not to cut too deep into it because I don't want to damage. There we go. Oops. A lot of tape on there. Alright. So, here is the box. Oh, and I got a note. I don't think this is for this. But, yeah, here's the box for the alarm. So this is a NuTone smoke detector plug-in model. Probably says the model number on here somewhere. Model number S-191. And it looks a little familiar on the front of the box to another unit that I already have. And actually, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But let's go ahead and open up the box here for the detector. Whoops. And all the paperwork is falling out. So here is, that's the California State Fire Marshal and registration. Here's the manual. I don't think there's mounting hardware, must be in here. So this has never been opened before, it looks like. So it's kind of sad to open it up, and I'm going to peel the tape off here, and let's see what we have. Oops, it's all stuck together in there. Let me peel this side off too. I probably should have just cut it, honestly. Okay, there we go. Alright, there it is. Styrofoam packaging. Yep, and there's the mounting hardware. So here is the alarm. This is the S-191, as you saw on the front, or on the side of the box there. And it is a very similar unit to the S-185 that I already have. I have it right here. But this one is the line cord powered model. The AC, it's AC powered, so it's pretty different. But yeah, so I'm going to put this to the side here. And I'm actually going to clean this stuff all up, so I'll be right back. So, this detector, as I mentioned, it's the AC powered version of this one, the S-185, which I actually went and got the box for. And you can see the box is very similar as well, but I'll show you the boxes in more detail in a minute. But the button on this one is a little bit smaller than this one. This one's got this really big red button, and it's also been moved over to the left a little bit to make room for the indicator light right here, which is actually a lens, and it's a little angled lens, and it's actually the exact same lens that is on the Gillette Captain Kelly Model 941. It's the exact same design. And you may be wondering, well, why is the same exact lens on that one? And, you know, what's the connection? Well, these are actually all rebranded ESL models. This one is an unknown model that we still aren't sure like what the actual model is, but it would have had a round cover with slotted vents on both sides, but it would have had the same sort of design with this two-tiered cover with the slotted side vents there. And then the hardwired model would have had that exact same cover But and the hardwired model was the model 906-2. We do know the model of that. There's somebody that found one on the Facebook group. They joined the Facebook smoke detector group and posted one in their house that they were trying to replace. And that's how we discovered the model number of the ESL version of this. And prior to this model, they actually had this one, which was the S-180L, and this one is a slightly bigger version, as you can tell. Compared to this one, it's really small, or it's really large. This one is pretty small. But this one is a rebranded ESL model 709-2, and that was the successor to the original ESL model, which was the 906-2, or sorry, 906-2 was this one. The 706, which was the original one that had the incandescent bulb. Now, the one that came right after this one, I think was the ESL model 206, which was the one that the Captain Kelly is a rebrand of, which is why it uses the same lens, because this one's also an ESL rebrand. So, yeah, just some brief ESL history there for you all. Now let's take a look at this alarm in more detail. On the back here, you have your UL sticker and the mounting holes. The 3 screws on the back here, I'm assuming that's how you get the cover, or the inside cover off, which I'll show you in a minute. And then the square cover comes off, probably just like the battery-powered model. I wonder if there's an interlock switch on it. Oh, this one's harder to get off than the battery-powered model. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, I hope I didn't break anything. I think that was just the button. Alright, there it is. Okay, there's no interlock switch, and actually I think I already had known that because we found these, there's just the bases of these in houses before with the lights still on. So, on the inside, here's the date code, and it looks like it's October 17th of 1977. So that's the exact same year as this one, actually. Except this one is from February of that same year. Interesting. So they must have had very little time between, evidently they had very little time between these two designs. That's very interesting. And then this one, I think this one's from around that same time, actually. Let me take the cover off of this one, too. Alright, yeah, if you look really closely, it's faded, but this one is from, this is from September of 77. September 14th. So this one's just a month younger than this one. Interesting. The inside of that one's cover, which you already saw in the last video that I made about this one. And I can't get that one on right now, but here's the inside of this one. Well, this, first of all, the front of the cover of this one, it says push and hold to test smoke detection alarm, pull and remove cover for additional information. But on this one, it says when unit beeps, periodically replace battery. Obviously, they don't need that on this one because it doesn't have a battery backup. But you can see, oh, the NuTone-Scovill logo is also there. But you can see factory seal, do not open. And then there's a provision for a heat sensor right there. And then this is where you put the mounting screws in to mount it to an electrical box. So now I'm going to attempt to open up the cover to show you guys the inside, because I am also intrigued to see what the inside looks like and how similar it is to this one. So I will be right back. Alright, okay, it just lifts off, whoops, and the button came out. So there's it just kind of sits there and is held in place by the cover. So yeah, it's pretty similar to the other one. I noticed this one has a Douglas-Randall horn, which confirms my theory that these do in fact have Douglas-Randall horns. I think that the Captain Kelly also has this kind of horn, but I can't confirm that. And then there's the LED that acts as the photo beam, also acts as the indicator, just like on this one, the S-180L. And the infrared sensor looks like right there. Yeah, that's the infrared sensor down there, you can see it. or not infrared, the light. It's just a light sensor. The infrared, newer ones use infrared sensors because they have infrared LEDs. It's just a photocell sensor. But yeah, not much on this circuit board. There's a ceramic resistor for dropping, and then the sensitivity adjustment right there, capacitor for the power supply. Yeah, pretty cool. Definitely a very interesting design. Also, I noticed that this one's cover has those little slots of plastic, the grills over the horn. This one doesn't have that. That's pretty interesting. This one also has a delta alarm horn, if you remember. Oh, and then the button. The button goes in there. I think, actually, I thought that was the same side. That might have been like the side they used for this, but that's bigger. So that's how that goes. Alright. Whoops, I put it in the wrong. Put it in the hole for the LED. Okay. There we go. I'm going to put the screws in and put it back together now. Alright. Cover is back, or the inside cover is back on, and now let's put the square cover back on. Alright. I think that's on there. Tight. Tight enough at least. And now, let's plug it in and give it a test. I'm actually going to keep the cord coiled up to preserve its originality. And we're going to plug it into this extension cord here. So let's hope that it hasn't gotten too dirty over the years of being in storage, and that it doesn't false on us. Alright. It's plugged in and powered. The LED is a little bit dimmer, I think, than the one in the Captain Kelly. But it is it? I don't think it's flashing 24, or flashing 60 times per second, so I think this might not be rectified. But let's go ahead and give it a test now. Pushing the button. So I don't know if this one's going to take forever to go off like that one does, but we'll see. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Maybe. Oh, come on. I don't think that one took this long to go off. Let me try something. Not sure what is wrong with the test button, but I have my backup plan right here. So let's give it a spray, see what happens. Well, I guess it doesn't work. So I've been fooling around with the sensitivity adjustment, and the sensitivity adjustment knob is not moving. So something is wrong with it. I don't know what the problem with the sensor is. It's not sensing smoke. It's got to be an issue with that. So this has been a failed testing. So this is going to be a bit unorthodox. I've been messing around with this thing for about like half an hour now, and I put a new potentiometer in it, and it's still not working with the test button or with the smoke spray, but I am able to make it sound now. So I'll show you how I do that. It's going to be kind of difficult here, but here we go. Then 3, 2, 1. Alright. So it sounds pretty similar to this one here, the S-180L. I think this one may be just a little bit louder because it's the cover's off of it. Let me actually get it sounding and then put the cover back on it. that's enough loud noises for now. Yeah, so pretty unfortunate that the sensor doesn't work anymore, but at least I got it to sound. So now let's move on here to the manual and all this stuff here. First of all, here's the mounting hardware, which has the retainer clip for the plug and mounting or anchor for this drywall screws. And this is the operating instructions here. This is the California State Fire Marshal, which is dated 1977. This one's August of 1977. And this is, what is this? Installation instructions. So I guess let's look at this first. Oh, so here's all the model numbers. We have S-190, S-190H is with the heat sensor, S-191, which is what this one is plug-in, and S-191H is plug-in with the heat sensor. So that's the model numbers. Pretty interesting. Here's a template that they give you. That's pretty interesting. And this pretty cool diagram here as well in the back. Alright, and now let's look at the actual manual. This is pretty interesting. Detector testing log. This is an interesting diagram. I like that. Testing a heat sensor, although this one doesn't have a heat sensor. Yeah, and they have those little filters inside of the cover as well, little screen filters there. Alright, so that's everything with those. And then this is the warranty registration card, I think. Or something like that. So, I guess I'll show you the box now. I didn't show you the whole box before, but it's very similar to this one, except this top part is purple instead of blue. But it's identical otherwise. Plug in a whole bunch of information here about the warranty. And then, oh, I like these pictures. That's a really interesting, really cool drawing. How the screw retainer thing. More information. And then some more features on this side. And more information up here. Wow, information on every single flap. How about that? So, I think that just about does it for this video. I'm trying to figure out what might be the problem with this. I think the actual photo diode sensor down in there may have gone bad just from sitting. Which is, again, I mentioned in the S-180L video that these ESLs, these old ESLs, they tend to just quit for no reason after sitting in storage forever, so I guess this one fell victim to that. But anyway, I'm very happy to have it. I've been after one of these 906-2 based units for a long time now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.